All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone and teaching Ruel. Peace and blessing, Salakia, unto the elect. All right, it's your brother Benaiah from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. And I'm going to entitle this lesson, Who Determines the Lineage, the Mother or the Father? Numbers 1 and 18. All right, because you have a particular Israelite men and women, all right, who try to teach that it takes an Israelite man and an Israelite woman, all right, to create an Israelite child. Okay, which is not true, all right, because as it says in the book of Genesis chapter 1, all right, when you read the book of Genesis real quick, I'll grab it just for edification. All right, let's go to Genesis chapter 1. Let's go down. This is Genesis chapter 1, all right, in verse 11, it says, And God said, Let the earth bring forth grass and herbs yielding seeds, and the fruit trees yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. So it was so. You see, it says, verse 12, And the earth brought forth grass and herbs yielding seed after his kind, and the trees yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind, and God saw that it was good. You see, so these particular plants, you know, if you take an apple seed and you plant you plant that apple seed in China, and you take an apple seed and plant it in Australia, and you take an apple seed and plant it over here in America, well, guess what? Guess what's going to come forth? An apple tree. Because it doesn't matter where you place what particular soil that you place the seed in. All right, it's always going to produce what? An apple tree. How much more us, you know what I'm saying, us men, with us being, you know, having the seed, you know what I'm saying? Because the man carries the seed. The man is the one who continues, all right, the nation continues on the nation, you see? And I want to play this video. Like I said, I ran across this on social media. And this lesson was basically inspired by a comment that was left by a black woman who knows that, a so-called black woman who knows that she's an Israelite. All right. And she was basically saying that, man, we shouldn't be mixing and mingling. You know what I'm saying? We don't supposed to mix and mingle with it. We don't suppose the Israelite man doesn't supposed to deal with the other the women of the other nation, you see. And she was saying that Nick Cannon's children are not Israelites, which is not true. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the man carries a seed, which we're going to go into. All right. But I want to play a little bit of this clip, and then I'm going to go into some scriptures. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, Lord, what this lesson is edifying.
Only so many successful black men at that level that can elevate and create generational wealth.
Those of you who are at the top 1%, y'all go out the community to marry more than men similarly placed in their community.
That's such a small percentage, though.
Right, but black men marry outside of their race more than every other group of men per capita.
And I'm not making...
Yeah, you see? So here it is. You have Dr. Umar Johnson in the spirit of a black woman. Why don't you want the sisters? What's wrong with the sisters? Well, like you said, the so-called black man is the only man that dates outside his race, all right, more than any other man of these different nations. And that's because the so-called black woman is out of line, man. She's out of order, all right, and she's against her man, you see. So it's therefore easier for an Israelite man to deal with the woman of the other nations because they're not in the same mindset as the so-called black woman, you see. Or an Israelite woman, and the women of the tribes of the nation of Israel, man. You see, they're more in order. You don't see the so-called Arab woman bucking up or going against her husband, all right, or the man of her nation. You don't see the Chinese woman bucking up and fighting and going against, all right, the man of their nation. You see, you don't see the so-called white woman bucking up and going against a man of their nation. It's only the so-called black woman. So there's nothing wrong with Nick Cannon going out and getting another woman. Why? Because nobody want to deal with the headache of dealing with the so-called black woman because they're out of order. All right. They doing too damn much. That's why you had the passport bros. That's why you had the red pill movement. Everybody's just calling out the BS of the so-called black woman because nobody wants to deal with that headache, man. You see? But here it is. You have Nick Cannon, and this comment board, man, is just riddled with niggas and women, all right, so-called black women on here, you know what I'm saying, basically downing this man for going out and getting a woman of another nation, man. And here it is. We are the sons of God. We are the sons of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You telling me, here it is, Esau got the deal. Esau's in power and he got the deal. He can deal with any other woman, any woman of any nation that he wants to. All right. And likewise, these other heathen nation, when they was in rule, they were dealing with all these particular women. They had concubines. But you telling me the sons of God are not going to be able to deal with other women, the women of the other nations? You crazy. You crazy to even think that, man. When the scriptures say that the earth was made for our sake, man. You see? So you damn right. All right. The Israelite man can go and deal, all right, with the women in with the other nations and bring forth and continue to have children with these women, because we don't need the damn black woman to continue on the nation of Israel. That's what these women don't understand, man. You see, we don't need you, man. You don't continue on the nation. The man does. The man, the one who carries the seed, you see, which we're going to go into. Like I said, we're going to go into the scriptures and we're going to prove that. You see, it's about the patriarch, man, not the matriarch. You see, and you damn women are going to learn real soon, man. All right. But I don't want to get any more of this video. I just wanted to make a point, you know what I'm saying, and tell you how this lesson was inspired. All right. So let's go into the scriptures, man. Let's go to the book of Numbers. All right. Well, matter of fact, before I grab that, before I go into the book of Numbers, I have a couple of articles that I want to grab. All right. So let's go here. This is from La Vista Church of Christ. It says, was the Hebrew lineage ever determined through the females in history? Question. Salakia, regarding biblical lineage, was there ever a time in the course of history when Hebrew lineage was recorded through the female? All right. And the answer is this. Lineage was traced through the males throughout the Bible. The only exception is in the case of Jesus, who the word, so-called Jesus. All right. Because his father was God. OK, which it says you can see this in all the lineage where the fathers are listed. Mothers appear only rarely in such list. All right. So there you have it, man. The lineage, according to the scriptures, are traced through the male all throughout the scriptures, man. And it says the only exceptions is in the case of so-called Jesus, which that's not true. All right. When you get in the book of Matthews, all right, when you read the book of Matthews, it goes into the generations of Yahushua HaMashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham. And it goes from who? Abraham all the way down, all right, until Yahushua, man. You see? And it mentions, all right, and it goes by who? The males, you see? All right. Even when you read in the book of Luke, chapter 3, when you go down real quick, and I'm not going to read all the names, you know what I'm saying? You can go and read them for yourself. All right. Remember Matthew's chapter 1 real quick. Salakia. All right. Matthew's chapter 1. This is the book of the generation of Yahushua HaMashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judas or Judah and his brethren. And Judah begot Perez and Zerah of Tamar, and Perez begot Ezram, and Ezram begot Aram. All right. And when you continue to read down, all right, and it mentions Tamar right here, you see, and it mentions also, when you continue reading, it mentions Ruth. All right, which Ruth, you know what I'm saying? And these are the particular instances where the woman is mentioned, you see, but it always goes through the man, you see. But this particular point with Ruth was a Moabite woman, you see. Ruth was a Moabite woman, which we're going to get that example. We're going to go into the book of Ruth and prove that, all right, and show you, you see. But when you continue reading down, all the way down, this lineage is based off the man. And it goes all the way from Abraham all the way down. All right. It says, and Jacob begot Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Yahushua, who is called Hamashiach. You see, even when you get in the book of Luke, real quick, the book of Luke, let me see. I think it's 1:27, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let me prove this point right here, and I'll start at verse 26. This is Luke chapter 1 and verse 26. It says, in the 6th month, And in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God unto the city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin espoused to a man. This is the point. To a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary. You see, so it said that Joseph was of the house of David. Why now? Why would it mention that? Because the scriptures talk about Yahweh Shah HaMashiach coming through that line. You see, and who can continue that line? The woman can't continue that line because why? She doesn't have the seed. So it's about the male, the man, the patriarch. All right, is the one who has the seed. All right, and who you are your lineage is determined, man. So you should thank your father. All you damn women who know you Israelite who bug you, you need a black woman in order to. You should thank your damn father, man, because it's of the patriarch that your ass is an Israelite, man. Excuse my French, you know. But going back, like I said, it was always spoken about throughout the scripture. When you read the prophecies, what? That Yahushua would come through the seed of David, okay? And the man carries the seed. And Joseph was of the line of David, man. You see, whom Yahushua HaMashiach, who is called Yahushua, who is called HaMashiach, all right, came through his loins, man. Okay. Mary was just the incubator. She was just the soil. All right. Within that man put his, well, who's that man put his seed in? All right. So let's go back. Let's go back to this article. All right. I have another one real quick. And when you read these particular articles, man, you got to understand because after you read past this point, it started going off because it started trying to mix the mother and the patriarch, the matriarch and all this other shit, which this is all brought forth. That whole way of the matriarch determining the seat, determining the lineage. All right, is of Esau, man. You see, that's why the scriptures tell you in the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, since you're the turning of things, your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. You see, because that's contrary unto the actual way that the lineage was traced according to the scriptures, man. You see, the lineage was always traced through the father, man. You see, which the scriptures say what? That Esau is contrary. All right. So if the lineage was always traced through the father and the man of sin is contrary to the way, well, he's going to turn things upside down. He's going to twist it. And he's going to say, well, it takes the mother. You see, the mother is the one who determines the lineage. All right. So let's go. Let's get this other article. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you can look these articles up for yourself. But that's why it's important for you to understand and know. All right. And go through the scriptures, precept upon precept, line upon line, man. OK, because if you would read this and when you don't have a foundation of the scriptures, man, you would actually start to believe that BS, man. OK, well, it does. It does take a mother, the mother, too. No, it doesn't, man. OK, so let's go. Let's get this, man. All right. This is from my ish. I got to say it like this. My ish learning. All right. Hold on. Let me look up this word. Patrilineal. I think I'm saying that right.
Patrilineal.
Yeah, patrilineal. All right, so let's go back. And I'm going to come back and get the definition. Well, let's get the definition now. Patrilineal, it says, is relating to or based on the relationship to the father or descent through the male line. Okay, so let's go back. Patrilineal. All right, it says, who is a Jew? Who is a J? I got to say it like that. I don't want my page to get striked. Who is a J? Patrilineal descent. All right, it says, when the dad is a ish and the mom is not, are the kids ish? Depends on who you ask. Now, here we go. Let's read. It says, let me see. I'm gonna jump down. All right, I'm gonna say where it says. I'll start at the top. It says on March 15th, 1983, the Central Conference of American Bays. I'm gonna say that the foreign movement body of rabbis passed a solution prepared by the committee of how do you say that word again? Patrilineal descent, entitled "The State of Children of Mixed Marriage." All right, it says the CCAR results stated that we face today an unprecedented situation due to the changed conditions in which decisions considering the state of the child of a mixed marriage are to be made. Contrary to nearly 2,000 years of traditions, the resolution accepted by the Ish identity of children of Ish fathers and non-Ish mothers under under certain circumstances. You see, it says there was a great deal of controversy about this resolution, both before and after its adoption. Some saw it as a radical and unwarranted departure from tradition. It says, wherein one must have a ish mother or undergo a conversion to be considered ish, or could be considered a. It says other held it as a productive and inclusive approach to the increased prevalence of interfaith families. But I want to come down here to this point. All right, now you see how Esau, you know what I'm saying, is contrary to the scriptures, because like we was reading, which I'm going to go into the more examples, and that other article said it was all throughout the Bible, the lineage was always traced through the men, you see. But here it is, you have Esau, like it says in the book of Isaiah, real quick, let's go on and get it. Turning upside. Isaiah 29 and 16, it says, surely the turning of things upside down, your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say unto him that framed it, he have no understanding? And when you go into that word, all right, turning of things are upside down, all right, it's hapach, I think I'm saying that right. It says a perverseness, all right, or a perversity. When you go into that word perverseness, all right, from the Merriam-Webster.com, it says turned away from what is right or good, corrupt, improper, or incorrect, man. You see? So Esau turned everything upside down. So now you have, all right, you have the doctrine or the idea of the matriarch being the one who determines the lineage of the child. You see, or that it takes it takes a Israelite man and an Israelite woman to create a Israelite child. No, man. You see, and here it is in this nigga. It says that you can be it says the mother can be a ish, all right, and the father can be a non-ish, and that child will be considered an ish. That's backwards, man. How? No, that child is gonna be considered whatever that father is, man. You see, so if the father is a damn Hamite, well, guess what the baby gonna be? A Hamite. Just like we was talking about with the apple, man. Just like in Genesis chapter 1, it don't matter where you plant that apple seed, that tree is gonna be an apple, man. You know. But let's go. Let's continue going. It says, "Who is a J?" It says all. Then pay attention, man. It says all throughout the Hebrew Bible defines ish identity in patrilineal terms determined by the identity of the father. You see, and they said according to the all through the Hebrew Bible, man. So all through the Bible is determined by the father. But now let's listen to what this nigga's saying. It says the Mishnah states that the offspring of a ish mother and a non-ish father is recognized as a J. That's BS, man. And that Mishnah, that ain't got nothing to do with the scriptures, man. You see? It says while the offspring of a non-ish mother and an ish father is considered a non-J. You see that turning of things upside down, man. You see? So that whole mindset of the you Israelite, you bugged out Israelite saying that it takes an Israelite, it takes an Israelite woman too. That's the only way you can create an Israelite. No, that's BS, man. That's freaking backwards, man. You see? That's freaking backwards, bro. The man is the one who carries the seed. So let's go into some scriptures, man. Because like I say, when you continue reading, I'm gonna continue reading this last little paragraph, man. It says, in the Mishnah states that the offspring of a ish mother and a non-ish father is recognized as a J, while the offspring of a non-ish mother and a ish father is considered a non-J. The Talmud position becomes normative in ish law. You see, so that's BS. That's something that Esau, all right, turning of things upside down, man. All right. So let's get into some example. Let's go to the book of Numbers now. All right. Let's go to the book of Numbers. Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. Then I'm gonna jump back. So peep this. Matter of fact, should I get that, man? Yeah, let's go to Genesis chapter 5. So with that understanding, matter of fact, let's get this Numbers. Then I'll go. All right, this is this is Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. It says, I started 17. And Moses and Aaron took these men with which are expressed by their names, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upwards by their polls. You see? Now, there's a lot of them, and this goes back into those Israelite men and Israelite women who like to push that the mother is about the mother and all this BS. It's a doctrine going out here to so-called try to debunk this. They say we take this out of context. If you read up, this is going into when they was preparing, they was getting man to prepare. We was coming out of Egypt, and they was getting man to prepare for the building the army. But it doesn't negate the fact that it's saying that it determines the pedigree by the house of the father. Now, what is a pedigree, man? Let's go to the web. Let's get the definition. I got the definition pulled up. All right, in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it says a register recording a line of ancestry. So like an ancestral line, the origin and history of something. You see, that's that pedigree. All right. And it was always going by the line of their fathers, man. Well, it's going into war. Well, let's go to the book of Genesis, man. Genesis chapter 5 in verse 1. This is the book of the generations of Adam, and the day that God created man in his likeness. The likeness of God made he him, male and female made he them, and blessed them and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. It says, and Adam lived 130 years and begot a son in his own likeness after his image, and called his name Seth. And in the days of Adam after he had begotten Seth were 800 years, and he begot sons and daughters. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And Seth lived 105 years and begot Enos. And Seth lived after he begot Enos 807 years and begot sons and daughters. All the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. And Enos lived 90 years and begot Canaan. Now, this is going into the genealogy or the generations of Adam, going into the ancestral line of the sons of God. Why if it was about the mother, why is it not going by the matriarch, man? Why is it going by the patriarch? Now, here it is when you read in Genesis 5, all the way down, it's naming the lines of men. It's going into Adam's seed, all right, and his son's seed, all the way down till you get to who? Till you get to Noah, all right? And when you get to Noah, all the way down from this whole thing, which proves, and like I said before, even before Numbers 1 and 18, it was always the line of the fathers, man. You see, because it was an oral before the laws were written down, it was passed down orally. So this is something that they always did. They always traced the lineage going back by the father, man. You see, and there's no way around it. OK, like the scriptures say let's get it. 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and 11. Or is it 11 and 8? I think it's let me see. OK, I'm in 2 Corinthians. Slakia. All right, this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 8. Let's see if it's 11. Okay, now let's try 11. All right, 1 Corinthians chapter 11. All right, let's try 8. Yeah, here we go. It says, 1 Corinthians 11 and 8, it says, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. You see, it's all about the line, man. The male, the patriarch, bro. You see? It's all about the patriarch. What about Moses, man? Let's get this in Exodus real quick, man. You see, for those Israelite men and women who believe that you need an Israelite man and you need an Israelite woman to create an Israelite. All right. So let's go to the book of Exodus chapter 2. Exodus chapter 2. All right, let's start at verse 16. It says, and now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled the thrones to water their father's flocks. And the shepherds came and drove them away, but Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flocks. All right. So this is basically Moses helping out the daughters. I think Jethro, man. You see, or it says let me see. It says, and when they came to Reuel, their father, he said, how is it that ye are come so soon today? And they said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us and watered the flocks. And he said unto his daughter, where is he? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him that he may eat bread. All right, it says, verse 21, it says, and Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah, his daughter. So she was a Midianite woman. You see, she wasn't an Israelite woman. She was a Midianite woman. Okay, and what happened? It says in verse 22, it says, and she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom. It says, for he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. You see? So here it is, this woman, this Midianite woman, all right, was Moses' wife. And she brought forth Moses' children, which Moses' children were Israelite because they were named amongst the Levites, man. All right, let's go to 1 Corinthians, man. I mean, not 1 Corinthians, 1 Chronicles. Salaki, I'm tripping. All right, let's see, 1 Chronicles chapter 23. All right, and we're going to start at verse 14. It says, now concerning Moses, the man of God, his sons were named of the tribe of Levi. The sons of Moses were Gershom and Eleazar. I think I'm saying that right. Eleazar. All right. So here it is. Moses had a Midianite woman. All right. Which was not an Israelite woman. All right. And she brought forth seed. Now, with the mindset of it takes an Israelite man and an Israelite woman to create an Israelite. Well, how is Gershom, all right, named amongst the number of the tribes of the sons of Levi, man? You see? And that should show you right there that it's of the man, it's of the man's seed, all right, that determines the lineage. So let's get another example. Who else? Let's go to let's matter of fact, because you have Judah as well. Judah, you know, when you go to Genesis chapter 38, real quick. Genesis chapter 38, it says, and it came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren and turned to a certain Adulamite whose name was Harah. And Judah saw there was a daughter of a certain Canaanite who was named Sua. And he took her and went in to her, and she conceived and bare a son and called his name Er. And she conceived again and bare a son and called his name Onan. You see? So here it is, Judah, the progenitor of the tribe of Judah, man. You see? The son of Jacob. He had taken a Canaanite woman and had children with her. You see? He had children with this woman, man. All right. Let me see if I can let me see if I can find this scripture, man. Let me see. You see, I thought I had it written down. Give me 1 second. Salakia. All right. Let's see. Joseph, Judah. Okay, let's go to 1 Chronicles. Let's go back to 1 Chronicles. Okay, so keep in mind, all right. And also this woman, she also brought forth, I continue going. It says, and she yet again conceived and bare his son and called his name Shelah. And he was at Chezib when she bare him. All right. So there's 3 sons by this Canaanite woman. All right. So with that same logic, like I said, that it takes an Israelite man and an Israelite woman to create an Israelite. Well, here it is. All right. You have a Canaanite woman. OK, why are these 3 sons? Why is Onan, all right, and Shelah, all right, named amongst the sons of Judah when you look it up? This is 1 Chronicles, Salakia. 1 Chronicles chapter 2. All right, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, these are the sons of Israel, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. This is the point. And the sons of Judah, all right, now here it is naming the sons of Israel. Keep in mind, it's naming the sons of Israel, man. You see, now we about to go into the sons of Judah. If that whole mindset of it takes an Israelite woman and all this BS was true, then why are these men named amongst the sons of Judah? The sons of Judah, all right, Er and Onan and Shelah, which three were born unto him of the daughter of Shua the Canaanitess. And the firstborn of Judah was evil in the sight of the Lord, and he slew him. You see, it says, in Tamar, his daughter-in-law, bare Perez and Zohar. All the sons of Judah were 5. You see, now going back, even when you going back into Genesis chapter 38. All right, now it doesn't. There's not a lot of detail going into Tamar, whether she was an Israelite woman or whether she was a Canaanite woman. You see, but let's just say, hypothetically, for in this instance, let's just say that she was, all right, an Israelite woman. All right. And she brought the Israelite man and the Israelite woman brought forth, all right, Perez and Zahar. All right. But it says all the sons, all right, of Judah were 5. If that's the case, if these Canaanite women, all right, if these the children by the Canaanites couldn't be a part of the nation of Israel because they wasn't Israelites, then why are they named amongst the sons of Judah, man? You see? And there's another example. When you go into Joseph was another example. When you get in Genesis chapter 41, real quick, and like I said, man, Lord willing, this is edifying. Lord willing, you know what I'm saying, you can understand it. It's making sense. All right. This is Genesis chapter 41. Let's go down to verse 45. All right. Now, it's a lucky if I get these. I ain't going to even try to pronounce these names, man, because, yeah. All right. This is, let me see if I can let this nigga. Nah, screw it. It's all right. All right. This is Genesis chapter 41 and verse 44. It says, and Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I am Pharaoh, and without thee shall no man lift up his hand or foot in all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh called Joseph's name Zephaniah. I don't even know how to say that, but you get it. You know what I'm saying? It says, but this is the point. And he gave him a wife as Asenath, the daughter of Potipharah, priest of Onan. And Joseph went out over all the land of Egypt. And I'm going to jump down. Let me see. Is this the chapter? Let me see. All right, let's go to verse 46. So he gave him a wife. He gave him an Egyptian wife. All right. Here it is. Joseph it has an Egyptian wife, and she bare him 2 sons, man. All right, let's go to Genesis chapter 46. All right, in verse 20. All right, and it says, I'll start at verse 19. And the son of Rachel's, Jacob's wife, was Joseph and Benjamin. And this is the point. And unto Joseph in the land of Egypt were born Manasseh and Ephraim, which Asenath, the daughter of Potipharah, priest of Onan, bare unto him. You see? And Manasseh and Ephraim are part of the 12 tribes, man. Okay? And their mother was not an Israelite woman. Their mother was an Egyptian. You see? You see all these examples, man? You see? And like I said, when you go into Matthews, when you go in the book of Luke, yeah, that's another thing. Did I get the book of Luke? Let's go to the book of Luke real quick, man. Because I definitely want to pull that point out. When you go into the book of Luke, all right. Like I said, it mentioned Joseph, all right, in Luke chapter, I think it was chapter 2, saying that he was of the line of who? The lineage of David. But when you go to chapter 3, this is another scripture where you can prove that it was always traced back. The lineage was always traced back through the men. All right. This is Luke chapter 3 and verse 23. It says, and Yahushua began to be about 30 years of age, being as supposed the son of Joseph, which was the son of Helah, which was the son of Mathat, which was the son of Levi, which was the son of Melchi, which was the son of Janah, which was the son of Joseph, all right, which is the son of Mattathias, which was the son of Amos, which was the son of Nahum, all right, and it keeps on going. You see, and it keeps naming these particular men, all right, starting from who? Yahushua, tracing all the way back, all right, and I'm not gonna read all these names, all right, but you can go read this chapter for yourself, and you will see it's naming the lineage from Yahushua all the way back. When you go all the way down, last verse, it says, which was the son, I started verse 7, which was the son of Methuselah, which was the son of Enoch, which was the son of Jared. All right, and you can read about these men in Genesis chapter 5. All right, it says, which was the son of Ma'il, I think I'm saying that right, which was the son of Canaan. And this is the point. which was the son of Enos, which was the son of Seth, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of God. Now here it is. It's tracing the lineage. All right. It's even going deeper. All right. Than Matthew chapter 1. All right. It's going from Yahushua and it's tracing it all the way back unto Adam, man. And not one time, all right, was a woman mentioned as being a part of this lineage, man. You see, her being a part of that who determined or being traced, all right, by the mother, man. You see? So let's go to the book of Ruth, man. All right, I'll end it off on this, man. Like I said, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Lord willing is it's easy to understand. All right, but I want to get this point. Like I was saying, it had mentioned Ruth in Matthew chapter 1. All right, and Ruth is not an Israelite woman, because you have that doctrine out there too that men are proclaiming, men and women. All right, Israelite women are saying that Ruth was an Israelite woman, man. No, okay, and I want to get this point. All right, it says, I'm gonna jump down. This is Ruth chapter 1. All right, it says, and the name of the man was Elamech. All right, and the name of his wife was Naomi. It says, and the name of his two sons was Mahlon and Shalom. I think I'm saying that right. Ephrathites of Bethlehem, Judah, and they came into the country of Moab and continued there. And Elamech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left and her two sons, and they took them wives of the women of Moab. You see? So these men took them wives of the women of Moab, man. All right. So when you continue, and one was named Oprah, all right, and the other was named Ruth, all right. Now, when you read down, all right, her two sons died, all right. So, and she heard that, she got news that the Lord had brought bread back unto her and unto Judah, you know what I'm saying, unto the land of it, So she was leaving the Moabite, she was leaving the Moabite land and going back unto her land, okay, like it says right here in verse 6, right? So when she was leaving, she told let me jump down. Where is it at, man? I think it's verse 15. Okay. So here it is. Ruth is having a back and forth, telling her, she's about to go. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't want, all right, Ruth and Oprah to be with her, because she's old now. She can't bring, why would they wait around for her to have children and and all that, right? So go read this chapter if you haven't read it. But this is the point in verse 15. It says, and she said, behold, thy sister-in-law is gone unto her people. She's talking about Oprah, right? Naomi is telling Ruth, all right, look, your sister-in-law is gone unto her people, and unto her gods return thou after thy sister-in-law. Now, keep this in mind, man, if Ruth was actually an Israelite, why would Naomi be having this conversation with Ruth? Why would she say that go back to your people and go back to your God? Do the same thing as your sister-in-law. She went back to her people and back to worshiping her gods. So you do the same. And so if Ruth was actually an Israelite, man, all right, why would Naomi be even having that conversation? She would tell her, yeah, baby, come on. It's time to go back to our people. You see? And that right there, just right here, proves that Ruth is was not an Israelite woman, but a Moabite woman, man. You see? All right. And you had Boaz, and the Lord set this up. Why? To continue that line. Therefore, that ultimately that the Messiah could come through, man. Yahushua. All right. Because when you continue reading, just like when we read, if I would have continued to read in Genesis chapter 38, then you would have seen that Onan, you know what I'm saying? Onan's brother had died, you know what I'm saying? And the Lord, the Lord told Onan to go into his brother's wife, you know what I'm saying? And bring forth seeds for his brother. And that's a part of the law when you read in Deuteronomy chapter 25 and verse 5. All right. Just like now being a kinsman redeemer, you see, just like with Boaz, man. So let's go down to Ruth chapter 4 and verse 10. All right, I'm gonna get straight to it. I'll start at verse 8. It says, therefore the kinsman said unto Boaz, buy it for thee. So he drew off his shoe. And Boaz said to the elders and to all the people, ye witness this day that I have bought all that was Elamech's, and that all and all that was Chalons and Malones, I think I'm saying that right, of the hand of Naomi. But this is the point. It says, moreover, Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of Malone, have I purchased to be my wife, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance, that the name of the dead be not cut off from among his brethren, and from the gates of his place. Ye are witnesses this day. And like I said, this goes back unto the law. All right, in Deuteronomy chapter what? Chapter 25 and verse 5, man. Do you see? About bringing forth, if your brother dies and you go into his wife and bring forth the seed, all right, for your brother, because eventually what? That his brother was going to come back. You see? That way he can continue in his inheritance, man. You see? But these are all scriptures, man. All right, and proof. All right, going into the genealogy and showing you that the lineage is of the man. You see? So like I said, man, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, It's like if I was all over the place, like I said, Lord willing, I hopefully, you get it. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. No honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone that teaching rule well. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.